DSLRs are great. It's awesome that you can get so much filmmaking power in such a small package, but then the issue is, well, how do you hold it? Because the other cameras before a DSLR, such as your regular ENG broadcast camera or a regular film camera, one thing you can say about them is that besides being heavy, that weight allows, and the weight and the size allows you to hold it in a much steadier fashion, such as a shoulder-mounted news camera. It's a lot easier to have that camera on your shoulder than it is holding it in front of you like this, because when you start putting weight on your hands, you're bringing in like hundreds of bones, and let me tell you, it is almost impossible to just hand hold a bare camera without having it shaking, right? But hey, you know what? I've seen a lot of horror movies where they like that kind of shake. What we're going to do in this quest for the perfect rig is to start at the bottom. Start at the cheapest type of rig you can get, because why pay more if the cheaper rig does the job, right? And since it's the holiday season, I'm going to make it a gift. I'm going to give it to my buddy Mike Schwartz, because he is a gun aficionado. He has rifles, handguns, he does archery, and he is like a competition marksman, right? So I thought, well, if this type of design allows you to hold a rifle in a steady fashion, then why doesn't it work for a DSLR? So let's try that out. And another thing about that is that consistent with my style of gift giving, this rig is cheap. We've been having a pretty good year over here, and so since you've been coming over and helping out with New York independent filmmakers, and we've been working together, I got a token of our friendship for the holidays, man.
Appreciate that. Well, thank you very much. That is a Stedi-Stock.
Yeah, man. So I figured, hey, man, you're so into guns and archery and stuff like that, and we've been talking about this stock is more like a rifle stock. I thought it was gonna perhaps be better for your style.
I think so. I think it's definitely worth a try. So you have a pistol grip, strap, and the shoulder stock.
I see. What do you think? We're gonna go outside and give it a shot?
I think that's a great idea.
All right.
Let's do it.
Having mounted the Stedi-Stock to his DSLR, Mike transformed into the master hunter that he is. It reminded me of what it must have been like for ancient man to be stalking a tiger on the savannah. Mike was getting good results with his wide-angle pans, so I wanted to be a little bit more challenging, and I asked him to try to hold his close-up on this pair of boots. Now, that was steady enough to use stabilization software, but really the Stedi-Stock is mediocre when it comes to close-up, and it wasn't really that much better when it comes to tilting up either. Nevertheless, it still does pretty well for those level shots. Eventually, Mike had to confront this important question.
To do it this way, or to do it this way.
Oh, I see. So focus on the right or focus on the left?
This way I have a steadier grip, but I'm kind of cross-handed. It's a little harder to focus.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, when you're in this position, you can be pretty steady. On the pro side, it's lightweight, simple to use. It definitely does offer a certain amount of support vertically. It does give some strength and support. However, it does have some flex in it so that when panning or certain camera angles, you could see a little whippiness. And you could, actually feel it a little bit, flexing a bit. So it's not steady in all directions. But if you were straight ahead shooting, I think it probably offers additional support enough to make it worthwhile. If you have to do any panning, especially if you're going from high to low, it definitely is not as stable as you might want it to be.
There's a real logic to the design of the Stedi-Stock, so you can get some pretty decent shots with it. But the build quality means that it's not a real long-term solution. So the quest for the perfect rig continues.